What's up, everybody? Ron Harris here, MD Online Editor. Judging for day one of the Tampa Pro wrapped up just a minute ago. They're actually still doing men's physique, but 212 and Classic, what I'm focusing on. So that's what we're going to talk about. 212 bodybuilding. Congratulations to Brazil's Fabrício de Souza Moreira, his first pro win. He talked about it on stage with Shannon Day after he got his award through a translator. Third place last year in Chicago. He's been really pushing hard for a win. He's got it. He's going to Olympia. Viva Brasil. Brazil kills it again. Second place was Mohamed and Bobby from Egypt. Very, very close. I thought they both looked very good. Trying to figure out when I was watching posing routines, that's when I could really actually get my best look, because they were close up on these guys, full screen instead of, a group shot on a computer monitor. I believe Mohamed, where he lost to Fabricio's got a little better back. It inserts very low like a cobra, like Franco Colombo lats. Also, better hamstrings from the side. Really crazy hamstring drop. They're both very, very good bodybuilders. So congratulations to them. Third place, Diego Montoya, the White Gorilla. He was my favorite going in because I wasn't too familiar with Mohamed. I'd seen Fabricio before. I've seen Diego recently at a couple shows, and I thought he was going to take it. But third place, nothing to sneeze at. Young guy from Canada, Jason Nguyen, Nguyen. Apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Fourth place for Jason, congratulations. Fifth place, Rob Taylor from the UK, great job. And sixth place, Kevin Johnson. So again, 212, great showing, great first pro win for Fabrício de Souza Moreira. I like trying to say things in the Portuguese because I don't speak Portuguese. So things got a little interesting in the Classic Physique. Once I got a really good look at the top two in their posing routines, I was really leaning toward Carlos Domar from Miami. He came back with a much better tan. He must have put another 1 or 2 coats or something on. He was much, much darker than he was just a few hours ago at the judging. Condition didn't change much with anybody, really, but I was so impressed with Carlos's posing. His posing routine, very dynamic, reminded me in some ways of like a Rough Diesel, just a lot of flair, a lot of drama, hits the poses perfectly. He's very, very skilled poser, fun to watch. So it ended up being Matt Grego from Allentown, Pennsylvania. First place, young guy, punched his ticket to Olympia. I don't always agree. I thought Matt still needs to work on his arms. Presentation's good, could be better. If I was judging, I would have given it to Carlos, but I wasn't judging. But you know what? Matt looked great. He's a good kid. Congratulations to him. Third place, Robert Waterhouse from the UK. So I owe Robert and his fans an apology. Someone in the last live that I did just a couple hours ago asked, what about Robert Waterhouse from the UK? And I think I was very dismissive. I said, he's all right, nothing special. Again, didn't really get a good look at him until this finals when we got to see the posing routine. Much better than I thought. Much better. So my apologies, Robert. You look damn good. And I'm sorry that I was harsh earlier. Fourth place, Lucas Giannini. Not to be confused with Lucas DeSanti. If you go on Bodybuilders Without Borders, they made a post. It's like 4 posts deep now. He was the most shredded guy. His condition was just ridiculous. But I don't think he was in the top 10. Yeah, there was like 30 guys. It was hard to make top 10. But Robert was in great condition, very balanced physique. Fourth place, Lucas Giannini. Actually, it's not Giannini. Let me try to. I've never seen this. Giaia again, Nni. Gianni? I don't know. He's from Tampa. Anyway, he was fourth place. He looked really good. This guy could do a lot of modeling. He looks like a freaking movie star. He looks like a Vogue model. Vogue. What's the men's magazine? GQ. We used to say GQ model. Back when like GQ covers were a big thing. He looked fantastic. Congratulations. Fifth place, Camilo Diaz Garcon, former open bodybuilder. Looked really good. If I had to give him any critiques, Camilo's biceps are about the same size as his triceps. They're enormous. Triceps are supposed to be twice the size of the biceps. I'm being nitpicky, but I honestly feel if he brought his triceps up a little bit, it would just... I'm always looking to help these guys. I know they don't care. They've got their own people telling them what they need to work on and stuff, but I always see great physiques, so really good physiques. If they need this one little thing extra, I'm going to point it out because I like seeing people at their very best, no lagging body parts, balanced. Then it's like, really, it's tough to judge, But man, it's fun to watch those battles because you don't know what's going to happen. And rounding out the top 6 was Jarek Toribio Perez from Seattle, Washington. Congratulations. Big class. I've noticed a couple of the guys that were on the list did not show up. They had been in the Masters show the day before, yesterday, and maybe they didn't do as well as they thought, so they didn't even bother with the Open. But yeah, congratulations to Matt Grego, Classic Physique champion, the Tampa Pro, and Fabricio de Sousa Moreira, his first win, 212. He is going to Olympia for the first time this year. See if you guys got anything to say, any questions, comments, musings. That's why we're live, guys. That's why I do these, so see if you have anything to say. Oh, myself. Congratulations to Fabrizio. Says myself. Yeah, absolutely. He's doing very well. Again, the only knock on him, and there's nothing he can really do about it, his waist is a little on the wide side. I mean, he's enormous. He's so thick, so dense, so much muscle on this guy. Very, very impressed. Really no weak body parts. And again, his back was amazing. His hamstring drop, quads, arms, shoulders. He's just a very thick, very big dude for a 212. It's hard to believe he's 212 pounds. What's it say? I gotta move the cursor down. Hang on. Tony Bradshaw. Where did Robert Taylor finish? 212. Rob Taylor was 5th place. 5th place in the 212. Rob Taylor from the UK. Yeah. So they only announced top 6, but I'll read it again. I'm gonna put it when I'm all done with this. I'll put the top 6 for each of those 2 divisions in the comments here. But 212 was first place Fabrizio de Sousa Moreira. 2nd place Mohamed Mbabi from Egypt. Fabrizio from Brazil. We got a lot of Brazilian fans out there. We appreciate you guys. 3rd place Diego Montoya, the white gorilla he calls himself. 4th place Jason Win. Again, I apologize. I've never known how to pronounce that name. It's a very, very common Vietnamese or Cambodian name, and I have no idea how to pronounce it. I think it's Win. Like An Win, the open bodybuilder. I think isn't that his last name too? Rob Taylor from UK was 5th. Kevin Johnson, 6th place. I think he goes by One Man's Talent on Instagram. Very, very good bodybuilder. And again, classic young guy Matt Grego, first pro win. Congratulations. 2nd place Carlos Domar. Very impressed. Amazing poser. Great shape, physique. We're going to be hearing more from Carlos. I hope he goes to Texas. Hope he goes to Texas to try to pick up a win. Of course, Texas, he's going to go up against Logan Franklin, and Logan is looking crazy right now. 3rd place, Robert Waterhouse from UK. Congrats. Lucas Gianni, 4th place. 5th place, Camilo Diaz-Garcon. 6th place, Jarek Toribio Perez. I really over-enunciate, don't I? So you pronounce it as win. Thank you, Sean. So it is. It's crazy that all those letters only come out to win, but, you know, it's being translated from a completely different language. What else we got? That's it. That's all we got. Okay, so before I go, unless more questions come in, I want to let you know the schedule for tomorrow. You guys want to know when the Open is. Open is going to be on tomorrow. 11:30 the judging starts, but they're going to do wellness and bikini first. So I'm going to guess Open goes on sometime between 12:15 and 12:45. Tim Gardner Productions is where you can get the pay-per-view. That's where I picked it up. The finals for all 3 of those divisions tomorrow, wellness, bikini, and Open, nice and early, 3:30 p.m. So they should be completely wrapped up by like 6 o'clock. You should have your night to go drink, carouse, smoke, whatever it is you want to do on a Saturday night. Stay in and watch Netflix or Prime or something. I don't know. Who won 212? That was Fabrizio de Moreira. Wait, I have to go back to my notes. It's a long name. Brazilians have, several names. Fabrizio de Sousa Moreira from Brazil, his first pro win. Yeah, bodybuilding needs to be saved, says Karen. Yeah. Sean Turner, do you have Hunter for the win? No pun intended. I do have him for the win. John De La Rosa looks damn good. Lewis Breed from the UK. But Hunter, to me, is on another level. We'll see, though. We'll see how him and Jonathan De La Rosa compare. Jonathan's no joke. He was 2nd place at the Chicago Pro to Justin Shire. So he's definitely in the mix. But Hunter looks nuts. If you guys haven't seen, I did an interview with Hunter last night that's on this channel. It's not long. It's like 15, 16 minutes. Won't take up too much of your time. I really try to touch on all the relevant topics that people would want to hear him talk about. And it was refreshing. He has a new confidence. He's still humble. I like Hunter a lot. He's a cool kid. And not just because He did attend college for, I think it was only 1 year. Bentley University in my hometown, where I'm from, Waltham, Massachusetts. Go Hunter. So what else you got? Do I like Miguel Chain from Brazil? Yeah, we work with Miguel. Does work with us. He's definitely a great resource. He knows everybody in Brazil as far as the bodybuilding and fitness industry. He's helped me out with translations before. He's contributed to articles. Yeah, I like Miguel Chain a lot. We also did. I have an interview coming up with UFC champ Charles. What's his name? Oh, lightweight champion, former lightweight champion Charles. He's from Brazil. Help me out, guys, you UFC fans. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. But we did that interview last week, and that should be up next. Muhammad and Bobby got second, correct. I want to watch bodybuilding on a Saturday night, yeah. Ryan Cavanaugh, Carlos is already qualified. He won Atlanta. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to the Atlanta show. But yeah, okay, cool, good. He's very good, Carlos. I'm a fan of this guy. And I think he looked much better when he came back tonight. Tonight, it was still afternoon. Much darker, much better color. The judging a few hours ago didn't have enough color on. He wasn't dark enough. It makes a big difference under those bright lights. I thought he looked so much better. I wonder if it would have made the difference if he had looked like that. Sometimes something like color, if guys are very, very close, it can come down to the silliest little things. And sometimes two guys are pretty much evenly matched and one of them is not dark enough and the other one is. The guy who has better color, the separation, the detail, everything comes through so much better. Yeah, but congrats. I'm a fan of this Carlos Domar. And Matt Grego, interesting. I know he's a very young kid. Jose Raymond told me about him. Charles Oliveira, yeah, UFC champ. And who helped me with the translation on that? Oh, I suck. I can't remember anything. Anyway, it's coming up next week. She's in on it too. She has a very American sounding first name. I'll think of it later. Open is tomorrow, Brent. Open is tomorrow. Judging starts at 11:30 with wellness, bikini, and then open. So probably 12:30 or so. Open's going to come on. And then finals for wellness, bikini, and open are at 3:30 p.m. Tim Gardner Productions is where you can get the pay-per-view. Oliveira. You have great show and content. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for that. Ryan Cavanaugh, who looked really good at Atlanta, going to do awesome at the O. And yes, lack of oil was the most apparent flaw in Carlos. It wasn't just lack of oil. I could tell he was much darker. It wasn't just the oil. He must have put on another coat of some kind of tan because it made a big difference. He looked so much better. Who do you have? A Texas Pro? Well, we don't have the list yet. Keep it real. I got Hunter, Andrew, Carlos. That's a pretty solid top three. I wouldn't argue with that. The Andrew Jack fans are going to argue with that because they're going to say Andrew, Hunter, Carlos, of course, And you know what? Andrew Jack is a damn good pro. He's your Arnold UK champion. Third place at the Olympia. Yeah. He was 8th place at the last Olympia, but he was sick that week. We don't even count that. And the guy just turned pro last year, for goodness sake. He's got so much potential. Benji Perez just left. I thought Mbabi won, but it was close. First had the best back. Yeah. Fabrizio was a deserving winner. But yeah, we're going to be hearing a lot more about Muhammad. I had never heard of him, literally never heard of him until we did the preview a few days ago, Giles Thomas and I. And I started looking at your picture. I'm like, oh, wow, this guy's really good. Keon versus Fabrizio. This is in fine. Keon's looking scary right now. Keon is looking crazy. I don't know who's beating Keon, guys. I really don't know who's beating Keon. Keon looks nuts. I'd be very surprised if Keon doesn't win. But we'll see. We don't have the full list or anything like that. Just Jen says, it's smart of Hunter. Is this you, Jen? Jen Gerisi? Is that what you call it? No, you don't call yourself just Jen. It's smart, or do you? Oh, I see the tool. So yeah, the tool, the wrench means you're a mod. So yeah, that is you, Jen. It's smart of Hunter to compete against Hunter, whether or not he wins in Texas. I think he means Hunter compete against Andrew. Yeah, I'm going to compete against Andrew. Yeah, it's crazy how people are like pitting those two against each other. Like, they don't really have a rival. They've never had a rivalry that I know of. I've never heard either one of them really talk about the other one. But just because they're both doing Texas and there's only 2 more shows left to qualify after this. In the U.S., all you have is Texas Pro and then Legion. And there's 3 European shows. Regan Grimes is doing all 3 of those, apparently. So, and I think Nathan Dash is doing a couple of them. So we'll see. Oh, hey, Jen. Yep, it's me. Marcelo Costa. Fabrizio Silva. Fabrizio. Yeah, Fabrizio killed it, man. Looked great. you know, Olympia's his next show, so we'll see what's going on. Anyway, so guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll be doing the results of the judging. I'll talk about that with you guys after judging wraps up tomorrow. Sometime between 1 and 1:30 is my best guess at when open judging is going to end, and then finals are going to be at 1:30. Dane says if Andrew loses, I'll bet he'll do the Legion. Yeah, or smash the like button, folks. If he loses out, do Legion, or he could do one of those European shows. There's geez, they're coming up. They're all coming up. We have in September. You have a pro show in Italy on the 10th. The European Pro is the 17th. I think that's Spain. I'm guessing that's Spain, and then the France Pro. It says the 29th, which is a Friday. I'll have to check that again. Yeah, the Italy Pro October 8th, I believe, is not a qualifier for the Olympia. For this Olympia, it's a qualifier for next year, the 2024 Olympia. It's the day after Legion. That's crazy. Maybe they got to fix that, because that's crazy that on Saturday you can qualify for the Olympia, but Sunday you can't. Maybe it's because they've had so many European shows. We've had a ton of shows in Europe. The European promoters are killing it, guys, and they're getting really good lineups. They're getting better lineups, larger lineups, especially for the bodybuilding divisions than the American shows are, oddly enough. What's up with you American bodybuilders? Why aren't you competing more? What's up with you guys? Too many shows, lol. Jen says, apparently Dash is 6 weeks out from a show in Italy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's sponsored by Yamamoto, and they're based in Italy. Not that, I'm not saying like they're going to fix the show or anything, but I'm just saying guys typically like to compete if they have a sponsor that's in a specific country. Why not compete in that country? I'm sure it would make them a little happier. Jen says there's another show in September in Milan that's someone Nathan might go into. Oh, that's the Italy one? Okay. In Fine says Clarita versus Keon in Final Mr. O 2023. Imagine that. Imagine that's the top two at the Olympia. I mean, obviously Clarita is pretty much a lock for top two. He's a two-time champ. But Keon Pearson, man. I've been waiting for Keon to put it all together. You know, he's won some shows. He's done very well, but we've never seen 100% Keon. We've never seen 100% condition from him. The way he's looking now, I think we're on track to see it. He's working with Patrick Tour, and I think we're going to see the best Keon ever at the Texas Pro 2 weeks from tomorrow. Actually, I think they're doing 212 on a Friday, so it'll be two weeks from today. Texas Pro is also a 2-day show, just like this one was. Jen says Clarita versus Keon. Yeah, I mean, let's see. We have there's other 212 top guys. Sean Turner, will Breon move back to class to do the weight limit change? He might be thinking about it. I don't know. He hasn't said anything, but I believe he only gets another. I think it's like another 7 pounds, which is significant. But if he's been competing at 180 all these past few years, Breon, that was his cap, weight cap for his height. He wants to see what he can do on stage at, like, I believe 190, 195. Like, he's told me many times, you know, at a certain point in the diet, when he's a few weeks out, when he's 195, he's like stage ready. He looks great, but he would have to keep going, and he has to get the weight off. So we've never really seen the fullness that he's capable of with the condition. I really want to see Breon as a 212. Not that I wouldn't want to see him come back to Classic too. He was 2-time Olympia champion, but we've never seen Breon Ansley with that real pop and fullness that he had to diet away basically to make that 180-pound weight cap. So now with 212, that gives him another 22 potential pounds to play with. He's not going to come in all the way at 212, but somewhere between 190 and 200, somewhere in the 190s, I think is probably the look that Breon's going to really showcase his physique and the muscle bellies and all that stuff to the max. 100% agree. Could Keon could make the classic weight cap now. I mean, he was doing it when it was 180, and now they got another. I wrote it down when we did I did the live the other day. So if he must be between 5'5" and 5'6", because that weight cap is 187. So that must have been the one that was 180 before. So he has 7 more pounds, which is significant. That's a good amount of weight. 7 extra pounds on a physique that's a lot more muscle, especially when you're conditioned, really conditioned. But I don't know. He could make it. There's no doubt in my mind he could make that weight. Would he want to? I really feel, and I have to. I'll talk to him soon. I'll get him on Ron Line. I really feel that Keon would look his best a few pounds more than that, like 5 to 8 pounds beyond that weight cap. And why not? I mean, he's already done, you know, How did he do at the last Olympia? I have to peek up here. Yeah, I mean, 4th place. He was still top 4 in the world. 2-time champ. It's not like he's getting smoked in 4th out of the division or anything, but I feel like he wanted to explore his body's full potential before it's too late. He's like 42 years old now. So the clock's ticking. He's got a few good years left, but he doesn't have a ton of years left, so we'll see. Sebum versus Ramon. Ha ha. Well, I mean, Ramon was 2nd, wasn't he? Yeah. Built to Laugh says, Clarita wins 212 solely on conditioning. No, he's got a ton of muscle too. Come on. Keon got what it takes in better shape. Oh, Keon's got God-gifted shape. Beautiful shape on Keon. I remember when he first came out as a pro in the Classic Physique, he was like 178, 180 pounds. Much smaller, but the shape, you could see the structure, the shape. You know, the muscle belly is just really round, little joints, tiny little waist, everything you'd really want genetically for a bodybuilder. Bill Telefo says, I laughed when Clarita beat Reed because judges just want to reward solely conditioning an open show. Sometimes these judges are funny and you got a clown emoji there. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. Appreciate you guys watching, of course. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you like these videos, smash that thumbs up like thing. Share them on your social media platforms. Would help us out. Appreciate that. And of course, turn on notifications both on YouTube and on your iPhone or BlackBerry or Android or what's the other one everyone's got? What's the other? It's iPhone and what's the other one? It's not Android, is it? I don't know. Everyone's got an iPhone that I know. Anyway, that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you again tomorrow afternoon after we wrap up open judging. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.